winding woodland trails packed full of nature and wonder. Join me on today's walk as we enjoy a spot of autumn photography around Roddlesworth Reservoirs here in Lancashire. Hello and welcome to today's video where we are back in beautiful Lancashire and it's autumn. It's absolutely stunning this time of year, and today we're walking around Roddlesworth Reservoirs. This has to be one of my favourite autumn walks. The trees are just looking magical right now, and we're here to do some photography. So hopefully the rain stays away. After parking up for free roadside, not far from the Hare and Hounds pub in Abbey Village, we're heading past the first of 3 reservoirs featured in today's walk. Not a bad start for autumn photography. A popular spot for dog walking, the trails around the reservoirs are relatively flat for the most part, making it accessible for all. Growing up, you'd often catch me crossing this water by foot, because who needs a bridge when you're 15 and invincible, right? Okay, let's see if I've still got the agility to cross this thing 20 years later. I can't believe you thought I was going to do that. Not in a million years. As if. Certainly not on camera anyway. Besides, the best views for photography are up on the bridge. What a view, right? I quite like this shot, it's interesting framing. Around the other side of the bridge, I thought this made for quite a nice composition as well. What do you think? Sometimes on woodland walks like this, everything seems to be a little too overgrown and messy for photography. It's hard to space out the elements within the frame, so to speak. Still great fun though. Wow, there's just a lot going on in here. There's so much that I would like to photograph, but I don't know how to. Just seems to be a lot going on in the background of each kind of subject, each kind of tree that I like. But either way, I feel like I'm in like a rainforest or something. Magical. Okay, back to the main walk. We've made it to the second reservoir, with Darwin Tower normally in the distance, but today it seems to be hiding under heavy fog. We'll be looping back around and rejoin this reservoir later in the walk. Hopefully the tower will be visible by then. Now here's a story for you. This sharp drop you can see here, I once sledged down that on a frying pan. No word of a lie. No, it wasn't actually a proper frying pan, it was plastic. But it's designed for sledging, and basically I went hurtling down this hill. And I don't know if you can see, but at the very bottom, bear in mind it is super steep, at the very bottom it just levels off sharply, and yeah, basically I hit that level off and I didn't fall off the frying pan like everybody else. I carried on just flying towards the brook there at the bottom. Luckily I heard everyone shout, get off, get off, get off, and I did, and yeah, safe to say I avoided the brook. I avoided a very sore bottom. No regrets, but that was pretty dangerous, I'm not gonna lie. This was another messy section of woodland I really wanted to make work for photography. I settled with this image in the end. The ivy really stood out to me. you ever get to a scene, right, where instantly you know that this could be a fantastic photograph, but once you get your camera out and you start eyeing it up, you just can't quite get the composition right? I don't know what it is. Maybe I'm lacking a subject or something's just not quite sitting right, but I'm going to try and get some photographs anyway, and I might hang around and wait for someone to come by perhaps, see if I can photograph them walking through the tree canopy. But either way, what vibrant colours, it's absolutely beautiful. And with a stroke of luck, a willing subject appeared from behind. Thank you very much, sir. I do love winding trails and roads veering off into the distance. I definitely want to practice more leading line photography. Now, one thing I would love to see today is mushrooms, and lots of different types. I'm keeping my eyes peeled, but so far I've not really seen much. I think I've seen a couple of bits on trees where you can tell it's been ripped away, whether it's been foraged or just eaten or fallen off, rotten with the wet weather, I don't know. But yeah, I'm keeping my eyes peeled, but so far no luck. Bingo. We have ourselves some mushrooms. Talking of mushrooms, anyone know what this is? I'm guessing it's some sort of fungi. Really pleased I found those mushrooms, but I'll keep looking for more. Every so often I found myself stepping off the beaten track in search of more hidden gems. Here's one I didn't expect to find. That's quite nice. There's probably too much going on in this photo, but I still found my eye drawn centrally towards the waterfall. A lovely little scene. By the way, if you have any advice for me and my photography, then do feel free to share your top tips in the comments below. Thanks. This is the third reservoir, by the way. This section looked rather intriguing for a spot of photography. If you're a photographer, it's definitely worth venturing down here. There is quite a surprise around the corner, but you can probably hear it, and it's getting louder and louder. Well, I'm going to be honest, I didn't know this bridge had been taken out. Once upon a time you could stand on this bridge and you could look right over the water. Obviously it's dangerous, they've shut it off. Looks like the walkway is completely gone now, the bridge is completely gone. There's nothing to stand on. So, still pretty to see, but yeah, unfortunately we can't get out over the water, which is where I thought the real photography gems were. Darn, wasn't expecting that. Nevertheless, further along this section of the walk, I had my favourite collection of moments of the day, starting with these stunning reflections over the calm water. Beautiful reflections today. We even spotted some wildlife. Hi there, cormorant.
Any luck catching fish today? Talking of fishing, right on cue, this fisherman started to cast out and I literally scrambled to take photos. I couldn't believe my luck. The vibrant colours in the trees, the reflections, the whole scene, although fleeting, just felt like a dream. After regaining my composure, the walk continued, looping back on myself around the other side of the first two reservoirs.
Wow, this is so magical in here. A couple of years ago, that was like Mushroom City back there. Today, not so much.
I do love this walk. Normally I'd have my little dog Henry with me whenever I'm visiting Roddlesworth.
It's a shame Henry can't be here today. He's not so good, bless him. He's got a poorly eye. But he'll be back on the track in no time.
At this point there was only one more type of photography I wanted to capture. Time to take flight for some aerial views. If you've made it this far in the film, I do really appreciate your support, and I also wanted to let you know that I'm now on Patreon, a small community off the YouTube platform where you can support this channel for a small monthly contribution, and in exchange I'd love to provide you with more exclusive membership benefits, including pinned photography locations, Q&As, day out itineraries and more. It would be great to see some of you there. Whether you're watching me on here or chatting with me on Patreon, your support as always means the world, so thank you. As for the drone photography, after lifting the exposure and shadows in Adobe Lightroom, I couldn't believe how colourful everything looked from above. Wowzer. Oh, and Darwin Tower did make a quick appearance through the cloud cover. I told you it was there before. And with that, my photography goals for the day were complete.
By the time this video is uploaded to my channel, autumn's probably going to have passed. But there's always next year, you know? So start planning, get yourself to Roddlesworth in 2025 and beyond. I might even see you there. Thanks for watching.